So these are basically the secrets to making big assignment checks, right? Whether you want to hear it or not, if you're just getting started in wholesaling, or if you're actually wholesaling right now and doing deals, but you're not actually seeing results, and maybe your fees are like 5 or 10K and you're just tired of that shit. And that's the position I was in back in the day, right? Where I was just pitching cash offers. I didn't have creative solutions and I was stuck at like max 15, 20K assignment fees. And my business was just, kind of, how can I say, basically in a rat race where I was just after check, deal after deal, and basically broke because all the money I had, I was spending into marketing and I wasn't really seeing the results I wanted to see, right? What everybody talks about, oh, I just made 40K, I just made 50K. Guys, it's all about getting creative in real estate. So again, if you want to see, right, these massive checks that everybody is talking about, 40, 50K, the ones that you see on my story, right, from clients or even my checks, right? It's all about positioning yourself the correct way within real estate wholesale. Again, you have to get creative, whether that be novations, owner finance, subject to. You can't just keep pitching cash off. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you just pitch cash offers, everybody is pitching cash offers to sellers. You have to get creative. If you are not getting creative right now in this market, you're going to fail and fail big time. I can guarantee you that 100%. Now, let's say you don't know how to do novations, right? You're just getting started in wholesaling, or maybe you do have a team and you just don't know how to do novation. I highly suggest you getting with somebody and learning how to do novations because it's going to benefit your current wholesaling business tremendously. Now, whether that be with me or with somebody else, I just recommend you getting it done, right? The same thing with wholesaling, right? Back in the day, you were like, I'm going to just start wholesaling. I'm going to do wholesaling. You just went and got it done. The same thing with novations. You have to start implement these exit strategies into your toolbox because if you don't implement them, you're not going to succeed, right? Whether that be with me or with somebody else. Right? You can actually even start with me without even knowing how to do novations. We just partner up on leads, right? And I can get into more to that on another video, but I'm pretty sure there's already videos on YouTube that I explain how that partnership works. Now, if you want to learn it, it's basically a one-on-one mentorship. But now, getting back into what actually matters, right? Because I was in the same position that you guys were in, right? Not knowing how to do a novation, not knowing when was my next big deal going to come. I was always waiting on the big deal. Where's the fucking big deal? Where's my $30,000 check? Where's my $40,000 check? So I can go and get a Rolex, right? So I can go put it back into the business, right? So that's the most important thing, right? Is figuring out how to implement these strategies into your business, right? And how to benefit from them. Because it's just not about knowing how to do it and actually executing on it. Because if you know how to do it and you're not doing it, you're not executing, right? So you have to have both. You have to know how to do it and you have to execute, right? And execute it in the correct way. Because again, you're dealing with, especially with innovation, you're dealing with licensed real estate agents. I mean, you're dealing on the open market. You're no longer off market. So you have to be very, very careful in what contracts you're using, right? What kind of realtors are you using to list your properties, or if you're using flat fees, right? So all of these things, you have to actually understand how a deal is structured so that you can maximize your profits, right? And benefit from the transaction and, not actually fail. Because I remember one of my first novations deals, it wasn't even my first one, but, I got screwed on a few novation deals just because I didn't know what I was doing. So again, always partner with somebody on your first deal so you know how it exactly works. So that way it's structured correctly. You can maximize your profits and you're not harming anyone, including yourself, right? So, I would highly suggest that. Now, with that being said, right, how can you start doing novations, right? Guys, it's all with your leads. The same leads you're calling. This is not new. It's not a secret. There's not specific leads for novations. Whoever tells you, hey, no, you have to call a certain list, you have to do this, it's a certain type of seller that you need to talk, guys, it's horse crap. It's the same sellers, the same list, right? You're just pitching it a different exit strategy. So with that being said, you're going to be calling the same list that you're calling, or if you're running PPC campaign or Facebook campaign, you're going to be talking to those same exact sellers. Now, what I do is I run through my cash pitch first, as usual, right? And hone them down on the price. And always try to get a cash offer because my cash conversion cycles are going to be much quicker, right? I'm going to get that cash in the door and that's what's going to fuel my business to keep going. Now, if the cash offer does not work, that's where my Novation solution comes in. Right? And I pitch it to them as a white glove service. Now, basically, what does this white glove service entail? Now, this white glove service basically gives you all the benefits of a cash offer, right? But only certain people qualify, and your property might be able to qualify. I would have to check with underwriting. But with that being said, if I can get you closer to the amount that you want, with all the benefits of a cash offer, would this be something that would interest you in selling the property here today on the phone? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Everybody fucking qualifies, right? That's just smoke and mirror pitch, and it works effectively. I'm telling you that. Now, the road's kind of fucking bumpy. Miami's fucking crazy. There's a bunch of potholes. Don't mind that. But anyways, getting back to what I was talking about, lost my train of thought. So yeah, that's basically a smoking mirrors, but everybody qualifies, right? And then you basically just negotiate on a price with the seller, make sure they're happy, explain the actual process of what goes into the novation. And if you're in a one-on-one mentorship with me, I will actually explain to you in detail exactly what goes on, or you can just watch some of my videos on YouTube, right? I probably explain it pretty in depth, but it's nothing like a one-on-one mentorship with me where I basically go, very deep into you actually understanding how to pitch these sellers and how to talk with them. But with that being said, you guys kind of understand it. And then I would just, list it on the MLS and sell it at the highest and best offer, right? It's that simple. So again, I think Novations is one of the best exit strategies you guys can do right now in 2025. If you don't implement that in your business, I think it's very sad. And you might not just make the money that you're expecting to make, but again, with Novations, guys, you can be reaching $100,000 months, $200,000 months with just Novations alone. So with that being said, I think that's it for this video. If you guys want to drop a comment, leave some feedback, I'll be recording a bunch more of these videos. Kind of wanted to change up the style. Been doing a lot of loom videos lately, and I was driving and I just wanted to bust out a quick little video, and that's pretty much it. So see you guys on